I had a sex question, didn't know who to ask, till I went to Sex in South Beach and got hooked up real fast.
Now it's time for us to go into the audience questions. And you know, we received a lot of audience questions on this topic. So this is something, and they're going to address issues that we've actually not really talked about so far, so they're really great today. So here's one. I know everyone says that my vagina will eventually recover, but it feels so much looser than before I had my baby. My husband says it feels fine for him, but I don't think he's being honest. And sex definitely doesn't feel as good to me. Everyone talks about Kegels, but come on, does holding your pee really tighten your vagina? I've been trying it and not much has changed down there. So this is a tough one, and this is actually one of my neighbors who had twins recently said to me, she was like, I don't care what anyone says, it's never going to be the same for you.
Oh, no.
She said that right before I was due. I'm like, thanks for that story. So first of all, this is my advice. Take your time. Just like Holly was talking about and I was talking about, it takes your body a while to come back. Your body is still changing and it's just not done tightening up. So one, give yourself a little bit of time. Two, and when I say time, actually, before I go into number two, a lady in the gym and I were just talking and I was like, oh, thank you for not telling me everything that was going to happen when I had a baby. Because, you know, my goodness, you're just completely unprepared. She said, you know, after about a year, I felt like my body was finally getting back to normal. So when I say take your time, take your time. It does take your body a while to get back into it. And two, yes, girl, Kegels do work. They really, really do. Look, your muscles down there are just like any other muscle in your body. And the more you work out and you build that muscle, the stronger it gets, the tighter it gets. So if holding your urine, you know, sporadically as you're going to the bathroom isn't doing it for you, then you need to really up your game.
What about squats?
Yes. Well,
or like, you know, like regular calisthenics that you can do in your living room.
Well, this is the whole thing. You can actually work your pelvic floor muscles while you're in your living room. You can work them. We could do them right now. We could just do them right now. We could do a little workout while we're on the
like what we're sitting like
right. You want to? Okay.
I'm doing it.
Squeeze and squeeze. But the point is, if you do it,
that's so nice,
right? But and it's also no, it does, right? If you think about it and you squeeze, right? See,
like that was probably
squeeze. But the point of this being also, there's tools. Just like you go to the gym and you can lift weights, and then 5 pounds isn't enough because you've already built some muscle. So then you get 10 pounds. Guess what? There are Kegel weights out there, and
are they called Benoit balls?
That could be one. Actually, Benoit balls will do it. That is another way to tighten your private parts.
Your little
exactly.
cookie.
But these Kegel weights, now Holly, they come in different sizes, and the bigger ones are the lightest ones, and then they go smaller and smaller, and as they get smaller and smaller, they get heavier and heavier. So you start with a big light one, and you put this ball inside of you, and you try to walk around and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze.
That just sounds uncomfortable.
As you get stronger, well, you know, we're talking about it, squeeze, squeeze, and you got to, you know, so
that's your mommy heart.
As you get more comfortable and as you get stronger, you move down to the next size that's a little bit heavier. And then the next size that's a little bit heavier. But you know what the reality is? Most people just aren't disciplined to exercise enough, right? We were just talking about this in the car.
Yeah, in every form of exercise, yeah.
So guess what? You know how some people hire personal trainers?
Yes.
You can hire a pelvic floor therapist. And they will help you exercise. Yes. You hear the audience laughing. They will help you exercise your muscles.
Finally.
Right? Just what you were looking for,
yes.
right?
So that reminds me of the doctors that used to relieve the hysterical women.
Exactly.
With, like,
they called themselves, doctors.
Those sex doctors.
I mean, different. A woman's hysterical, right? You go to the doctor, and he penetrates you with a vibrator. Yeah, we have a doctor in the audience waving his hands.
There's a joke in there somewhere, I know.
Yeah. Well, exactly. There are pelvic floor therapists. So Google it or search it or however you do your search. If you aren't doing the exercises on your own, then maybe you should invest. And remember, the only investment is in you, because the tighter that gets, A, the better sex is going to feel, and B, you will not pee on yourself when you sneeze anymore. And that alone is worth it.
Wow, you just really make me not want to have a baby ever.
Well, you know, adoption's always an issue. And look, you're going to babysit for me. That's why, so, you know. No, she's like, damn, why'd I say that? Okay, our second audience question is, My wife got stretch marks during pregnancy, and she had an emergency cesarean delivery. I'm so proud of her, and I think she's beautiful, but she hates what pregnancy did to her body, and it's really affected her self-esteem. We have had sex, but she's very self-conscious now, and I don't think she's enjoying it because she's worried about how her body looks. How can I convince her that she's even more beautiful to me now, and those scars remind me of all that she has done for our family? She is still the sexiest woman in the world to me, and I want her to enjoy sex again. Oh, what a good guy, huh? What a sweetheart. So I'm going to tell him that positive reinforcement works wonders, right?
Well, I was actually just thinking that the movie Frida, about Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera.
Big eyebrows?
Yes, the artist from the 20s and 30s or whatever. There was a scene in that movie where they were getting ready to have sex for the first time, and she was concerned about the scar that she had sustained in an accident that she had as a child, and it did really horrible things to her reproductive system. One of the other things it did was left a really nasty scar. And in this movie, Diego Rivera paid special attention to the scar, caressing it and kissing it and telling her how beautiful he thought it was, and telling her that she was perfect. So in the same vein of your giving positive maybe he could pay attention to the scar a little bit, you know, maybe rub lotion on it for her, kiss it, tell her it's beautiful because of what it represents to him. So
absolutely, that is some wonderful advice. Actually, that's really, really great advice. And
thank you, Frida.
And that's also, yes, and also if it really, really bothers her, you guys really need to talk about it, because I'm not encouraging or advising you to go get procedures, but lasers can do wonders for scars and for stretch marks nowadays.
Think about that.
Actually, Jenny McCarthy talks about it in her pregnancy book, that she got stretch marks, and she said lasers didn't completely take it away, but it mellowed it out enough so that she was confident wearing a bathing suit again. And I know a lot of women have also done that for their cesarean scars. So that's definitely something to consider if it really, really bothers her and you want her to feel more confident.
Lasers for everything these days, huh?
Everything, right?
LASIK, tattoos,
everything, anything you need. You just get a new person, laser,
technology,
new person, right?
Running,
born again, your baby again. Oh, and here's one. My husband and I are ready to have sex again, but we can't afford a babysitter and don't have any family close by, so we never have time alone. By the time we go to bed at night, we're both too exhausted to think about sex. Can you give us some tips on fitting sex in even when our baby is with us all the time? Girl, I got this one for you. Do it while he naps. Because you know what? He naps during the afternoon, and that's before you get tired. Normally you think that's the time when you're going to clean up, you're going to do the dishes, you're going to do the laundry. Guess what? That stuff is just going to be there waiting for you any old time, and anybody can do laundry in their sleep, but you can't do sex in your sleep. Well, I mean, you can.
well,
you can. So that's one. And then the other thing is go to sleep at night when the baby goes to sleep. I know as parents we tend to stay up because it's like free time. You're like, the baby's asleep, we get a little free time to watch TV or do whatever. No, you need to go to sleep then, and that way you can wake up a little bit early. You can wake up before the baby goes to sleep. And you know, morning sex is a good thing. Woo! Oh, yes. Woo! Said one daddy in the audience. Yeah.
Brush your teeth.
Yes, if you can brush your teeth. But you know, if he's going down for his wings, you know, I don't think, does it matter? Do you need a fresh breath? Oh, okay. Yeah. Fresh breath. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Not fucked up.
You know, once you've slept on baby pee, breath isn't that important. I'm just being honest. Alright, well that's our show for today, folks. And I actually had a lot of fun. And of course, I'm always grateful to the ever beautiful, classy, lovely Holly Pena.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love you so much every time.
The best sex is safe, stress-free, and saturated with love. Woo! Woo! Mwah. See you next time.
And today's homework is go to sexinSouthBeach.com, join the VIP list, and for your daily dose of Nookie knowledge, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And you don't want to miss the Sex in South Beach podcast on iTunes and Podcast Planet. A whole world of awesome. Surprise, surprise! I'm just making a house call to see if you've tried Sense body oil yet.
Oh my God, your oil has become our love potion. I'm telling you, it revitalized our sex life, and I think it cleared up my sinuses.
Wow, revitalized your sex life and cleared your sinuses. Get yours today at Amazon.com or drsanjaya.com.